Hello, this is a 3 handicap game where black played a bit conservative and sometimes it felt a little too scared, but eventually uh, black killed a bunch of groups in the top and managed to save this group on the left side. Otherwise, it would have been a bit different. So let's have a look. White of course starts with a 5-4 trying to be more fancy and confuse black right from the beginning. Good idea to prevent the Shimari right away. Now the split on the top side, if white wants to split, he should do it on the third line. It's easier to fix a base extending left or right. And either way, I mean, white can play 2-space jump or 3-space jump. But usually when playing the split, it's good to be on the third line. Now in the lower right corner, white should choose a Joseki right away. It can be an easy one like R3, pull back and just make a base. Or go for outside thickness with this kind of gamma, and this kind of move leads to more complicated variations. But for example, white can just cover, play the hanging connection and then play away, or push and cut, which is also a pretty forced sequence. Now the basic Joseki where black takes the corner, white goes for the outside thickness. Originally the plan for white with this kind of move should be to go for some outside influence. So if white plays away, then black has the first choice to play in the corner. Now things will change. So black can decide whether to attack from the right or from the left in the top. It can be all the way to m17 to put more pressure on the white stone, or at least n17. But black can also ignore completely and play on the bottom side. For instance, black can play p3, pull back, and play this kind of Joseki right away, which is a very basic pattern. Or of course, black can think about a pincer such as n3, and things can be more complicated. Let's just go over the basic Joseki again, where black gets part of the corner and develops the bottom, while white goes for the right side. But of course, it doesn't have to be a cut at q3. Black can just play s3 and extend r7, then k3. Now this way, black develops on both sides, while white just fixed the group towards the center. So back to the original game. Black approaches from the top right. It's a bit shy, but it's a tight move. Keeps the corner safe, and k16 is still weak. So white was supposed to extend in the top next to give some support to his middle side split. Then when black responds, white can reinforce again the top side at m17, but now he can also play away, either f3 or c6 to speed up the fuseki a little bit, because it's 3 handicap and reverse komi, so white is pretty much behind. Now black decides to Tenuki, but actually it's okay to defend f3 because white still needs to do something, for example slide and extend, and when white plays Jichoseki it's going to be Gote. Then black can decide whether to pincer or attach or play some other move, like play another move in the top in order to remove the prevent the extension for k16, or play a Keima on the right side and go for this kind of basic pattern, and again keep Sente to play another big point. Everything goes well for black so far, having 3 handicap in place. So this attach is also fine. Pull back, then extend. Now that probably is a misclick. Normally white should just extend j3 to finish up the Joseki, but if white wants to punish black for not answering the c6 approach, he can think about double approach, and indirectly also help his n4 settlement. So if black attaches like this, Hane, go up, Nobi or attach, block, connect, connect also, extend on the left side, black protects against the cutting points, and now white will finish the Joseki. So j3 works well both with n4 and the other group in the lower left corner. This would be a way to be active and defend everything. But s8 looks really odd. If white wants to play something locally, it can be r8, but it's also strange because black will just pincer. On the right side, white oftentimes will just play the peep which black will either connect solid or defend with a Kosumi, or after this peep, invade the right side at R13, sorry, R11, in order to extend up and down. So when black attacks from one side, white takes the other extension. So this will create Miai for white. But playing here looks like a mouse slip. So black plays away. Good decision. Actually, locally, black can think about the shoulder hit like R9. This will put pressure on black's misclick, and it looks so strange for black to for white to come out. But it's also fine to play a move like K3 or even M3 to be more aggressive and take away the base. This is actually the key point for N4 tiger mouth formation, because with this move black is threatening to connect under. So when white separates, black will either push like this or Keima, and there's more pressure on white. And if I just plays Nobi and then Keima to run out into the center, black can easily connect under and take the points on the bottom side while the group is still on the run. Also, black can get ahead like this or like this, and the group is still kind of floating in the middle for white. So black took away the extension, which is still fine. Then white desperately invades. Black pincers, that's very good. This is the kind of move white should play when black has a stone at M3. So with M3, N2 will separate or prevent the connection under and also put some pressure on M3. And if black plays away, then next white can fix his Joseki again. But black will probably react. So either K4 or go up in order to put pressure on the group. Now if white pushes, black jumps, and white is still on the run. White still needs this kind of peep and go out. But then black will separate the stones and just profit while attacking. So it's a bit strange for white to play N2 when black didn't play M3. For white it's interesting to play Kosumi and go out, and only when black goes M3 white needs to play N2, but there black will split the groups, so it's still tough. Actually, white should cover, allow the connection underneath, play a peep, and then another move to connect his stones in the center. And this way all white stones are safe, and well, black got the territory on the bottom, but what can you do when you have so many weak stones? So black comes out. That's a pretty good decision. Black can also play the attach at h2. It's not such a big deal if white cuts and crawls on the second line. It's actually very painful. And then black got a wall, so now it's time to pincer on the left, like this or like this. Put pressure on c6. Because in the end, white's territory on the bottom is pretty much second line. So jump, then white jumps. Well, jump is generally a good decision. Kick once, then take away the extension, that's fine. This shows fighting spirit, but the shape is not so great. Normally, black should just separate. Then if white extends like this to leave in the corner, actually this doesn't work. So black can still keep the corner. And if white pulls back, black will separate. White has to leave in the corner, but then black jumps between the groups. So now either the two stones on the left side will be in trouble, or the two stones on the bottom. This is a trade fight. But black can also block d3, then go down to c4 and capture the stone, and the groups on the outside are still kind of floating for white. Another way is to hane, then most of the time just Atari and connect under, but in this case black can also consider the connection, then Atari and extend, because now white is still on the run in the center. So when white plays here, black can use the attach to connect. Now if white cuts one way or the other, black will cover and keep connected to the outside, so these stones in the middle are just floating. So that trade can happen. In general, it's not so great to play this kind of empty triangle, but it's also playable, because white has now 3 weak spots. I mean, h3 group, the two stones on the left side, and also c3. So white is trying hard to leave. Let's see. Tuk, 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 tuk. Yeah, it's probably okay to let the connection under happen. Yeah, this is fine. Then separate. All forced. Black needs to go out. So white is still in trouble. The two stones on the left side and also h3 group is still on the run. Now here when white plays Atari, this Atari is not necessary because anyway black doesn't want to play g3. So white should still run out with this group or try to escape with the two stones on the left side. So on this Atari, black shouldn't care about the two stones because white's group will leave anyway. And instead, just play a move to surround the two stones on the left side. If white captures here, white just makes 4 extra points. But in the meantime, let's say we play another move for safety. Killing these two stones on the left side is bigger than the two stones on the bottom because of the surrounding territory. So there are also how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe around 15 extra points. Whereas f3, g4 are just 2 straight points, 2 straight stones, so 4 points. Therefore, this connection is more of a reflex play because when black plays a Keima and white captures and black plays another move, even if white cuts here, it's not a problem. White will still die faster. So black can just capture the stone in the corner or I shape and the group inside it still surrounded. That's a reflex defense. Now here black can push like this and then turn like this. White doesn't have a base, but d10 is good too because it gives a lot of potential in the top left area. White should go up, not down. Oops, either no B here or one space jump to go out faster. Like this, black Hane in the head of two stones, very good. Block, connect, and defend. Here black can defend like this, so it's still a lot of pressure on the group. White can eventually leave, but quite painful. Anyway, tiger mount is not so bad. And double Hane wars too, more pressure. So Atari connect, Atari go out, connect, cover. If white cuts, black will capture this stone to stay safe in the corner. Like this, white can push out, and it would be nice for black to separate, because if this happens, and white adds more moves to leave on the left side, black can push through, then separate the bottom group. Now, white also needs to leave like this, which is quite painful. So black doesn't have to capture the stone in the corner, because now black can go for the stones on the outside. So in general, it's good to cover your opponent groups and force him leave small. Now white is out, black has to run again. The 3 stones on the bottom are weaker, and on the left side it's not such a big problem. I mean, this Hane doesn't affect the cut at e10, so a jump like this is to protect against e10 cut. But actually, let's say black goes towards the right and white cuts. When this cut happens, black doesn't have to start the ladder, which is anyway broken, but play the net instead. So when white goes out, Hane in the head of 2 stones and just block. No way out for white. So this defense, it's not necessary right now because the left side is strong and the bottom is weak. So you better defend the weaker stones. White can think about something more aggressive, for example a peep like this, then another peep, then cap. So this stick of stones, it's on the run. White seems to go for more preparation. And the peep is actually played from the wrong side. It's better to play it from the right, because the stones on the right seem weaker for white. And on the left anyway, white will separate black. Now just play here. This move is also not necessary. Much more powerful to play a peep and attack from this direction, because on the left, if black tries to connect the stones like this, it doesn't work. If black plays here, white can push and cut, then separate, tari, extend. Black has to go out, which is painful, this kind of shape, and then white will just play Kosumi to leave on the bottom, but in the meantime catch that stick of stones. So white played wrong direction here. Therefore, black goes on a counter attack. But here for black, a cap move would be better. Because on this kind of peep, white doesn't have to protect. White can resist, yeah. If white protects like that, black will surround everything. So that's wishful thinking. Of course, white will go up and push again. And if black cuts, white is happy to sacrifice one stone and get ahead in the fight to catch the other group. So Hane cut. That cut is actually wrong because black wants this cut to happen, so just bait. In fact, for black, one space jump is normal here. But white can just block. Because playing the cut, black will Atari from the outside, very good, and then make nice shape. In fact here, black can Hane. Because when white Hane, Atari, and cut, black will catch the two stones. So the cut doesn't work, white has to come back here. Black connects, and when white goes out, black can easily jump between the groups. Either way it works, like this, or the other way. Because when white pushes and cuts, there's a double Atari, so black is safe like this. And the other way would be the same, push, cut, Atari, then catch the other two keystones, so black connects on the outside. Well, this looks like good shape, but white can still push through. So better play the Hane to confine the group. So now white has to struggle to leave under, which is playable but still a bit painful. Then black can push along, and now reinforced by playing this kind of move. So that cut is never a problem. And there's more potential on the right side, and black stones are connected. Osumi. Okay, black defends the two stones here, that's fine. White connects. Black should push once because this is threatening to escape from that stone. So white will no be. And then either one space jump like this or Keima in the middle. This is a much faster way to go out. So white connects and black defends. Now this defense, it's not really necessary. Because first of all, if white pushes and attack like this, the stones are still connected. If white plays this kind of move, q6, black can Atari, then Atari, and again the stones are connected, and nothing really happens in the corner. White cuts, black will capture faster, more liberties. And even if black discards those two stones, so let's say black plays away, white is trying to catch the two stones somehow by playing this move, black can play away again. And then if white takes two stones, it's a lot of effort for white to capture those two. And even with those two stones, white is still in trouble. But actually, it's impossible to take them. So no matter what white plays here, black can protect after that. So playing this move to protect in advance, it's a waste. Besides, it's more interesting to play a Keima or some move to separate S8 from the lower right group. Now this move, go out. I still like the push and then go out further with the Keima to step ahead. But this is a nice idea, prevent the peep. Then white finally plays some big points. This is good too. Seems like attacking white while defending black. Hane, very nice. This time black should block. Even if white goes Atari and pushes and Hane, nothing really works. Atari and take the stone, or actually just block. Then if white plays Atari, black connects, white connects, Atari once, then double Atari. Nothing to worry about. So black should keep connected instead of sacrificing here. Just block. If white pulls back, black pulls back also, and white is still confined. So now r14 stone will suffer. So here white captured. Black can play the counter Atari and Atari from the outside directly. This way black is forced into a pretty heavy shape. So now black can go down. If white goes down, Atari works and then capture two stones. If white connects here, black can just Atari like this and then hanging connection or push through. Then when white tries to cut, black will kill more stones. Everything dies on the right side. Now back to the original game. So black captured, then Atari from the outside. Now it gets a bit more tricky. So if black connects, white will escape. Then black needs to cut. White plays Atari first. Connect on the outside. Then it's difficult to rescue the group. Even if Atari and jump, white will push through. So it's generally bad to allow an Atari like this, a squeeze. Therefore, black should go down because it, first of all, it threatens the cut at R8. So when white connects, capture the stone or play Atari. If white goes out, take the 2 stones. If white connects, take this stone, which is a keystone. So black it's all connected and R14 it's in trouble. This was actually not so much difficult reading to do. Yeah, white has to, black has to sacrifice some stones. Atari from the outside is good. Then connect. But how about connect solid here? If white cuts and comes out, separate like this and fight. If Atari here is difficult for white to surround this group. We have all kind of Tesujis here to go out. So again, black it's fine, white it's on the run. But this sacrifice is fine too. And now black should keep pushing. For white it's impossible to block like this because of Atari and Atari. So the only option is to go down and black separates. And if cut here, just take the corner. Super big. This move isn't small either, but even if white plays that move, so when black pushes, if white just no B, black has Atari here in center, and then play an extension in the top to threaten the K16 stone. This wasn't that urgent. Cut on the right side would be better. If white cuts here, black has the bamboo. If white extends, black attacks the top. But okay, this is more conservative. Black feels good about his position. There's another way for white to protect, actually S15. So when black pushes, Atari, 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 nothing works. And from S15, white can jump in the corner R17. Now in the lower left corner, white could always play Atari, which is also Hane, and connect under. And this way, black is pretty much in trouble. But it happens later in the game and white didn't succeed to kill the corner. That's a big point. This cut it's a bit desperate. So black should just extend and fight. Also sacrifice it's an option. Oops. Extend again. One more. And then white needs to go back and protect because of the nose Tesuji. And it's quite difficult to kill black here. But fight and try to take everything is better. This is big. But still tries to separate in the center. Another option would be to Atari like this and play the hanging connection, which is threatening to save the 2 stones. And if white plays Atari, then turns, it's not a problem. Black can make eye shape with Atari and this kind of move. So push, it got a little dangerous here. Connect is fine. Then fight. How are the ladders? Tuck, 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 tuck. White can actually die big inside. If white captures 2 stones like this, that's only 1 eye. Now Atari and kill everything. Too deep and complicated, so black plays safe, gives up the corner, but it's not such a big deal. Lose 1 stone to capture the entire top side. This hand is small. Right now, should just pull back here. The idea is to catch these 3 stones on a large scale, or giving up the top right cornerstone. So Hane, white blocks, black connects, and white can play away. For white, it's proper to play just Nobi and capture that stone in order to connect to the top. That's a bit more greedy. So black can extend back here, and white is floating with everything. Like this, white can black can capture just 2 stones. Atari connect, Atari go out. If white wants to resist here, it's a bit tough because of the shortage of liberties. And now again, the entire group can die. Nobi, turn, connect, so turn, white cuts, black turns. Atari here is not a problem. White is captured in the center, and now it's about to collapse in the top. Nothing worse for white there, but anyway, white got surrounded and killed with many groups in the top. Instead of pushing here, just separate like this and leave the push and cut at N14 for later. White needs to go out. Black can get ahead again. Tough. So this and cut, push, very good, and push along. Now luckily, black can turn again, and connect in center. So this way, white escapes with those guys, but the top is still dead. Probably for safety, it's good to play another move there. In fact, this move is nice too, because now white has to protect again at K11 or L11, which he did. Because if he continues in the top, black will just extract this stone, and those guys will die in the center. Let's see if we can do that in a better way. Tuck, tuck. Nice, too dangerous to try to kill everything. Oh, actually this works. This would be the Tetsuji, so when white connects, push and capture all. And if oh, I'm wrong. When white plays here, black cannot connect because of Atari. So black still needs to capture the stones here. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Must push again and everything is center and play another move and surround everything top. No way out for white. So here, this is the territory black should build. All that top side. Quite similar to what happened in the game, but in the game, white still managed to enter around H14 a little bit. So black plays in the top to secure the kill. That's fine. Vital point, no way out. Now desperate invasion by white on the right. And this die too, very good. This cut doesn't work, but it's good as a co-threat. Right now, black should just capture the lower left stone and declare victory. So white went down, but there are many co-threats when this and connect and Atari and so on. It's good endgame for black. This is a fine move, but being so strong on the outside, if black plays here and white tries to leave in the corner, black can still kill everything by playing this move, for example. Now if white plays here and push and then this, or Kosumi, just Hane, jump and hit the vital point. If Hane here pull back, then there is no space for white to make another eye in the center. So no way for white to set up a ko. Now let's see what happened in the corner. Instead of that move, black can actually try this move. So when white cuts, black will Atari and then, oops, connect under like this. And if white cuts here, black can Atari like this, and when white connects, snap back. If white connects here, then capture this. But now when cut can be a bit more dangerous, but in fact it's not, because black can sacrifice the 2 stones then cut in the top. And it's still only one eye. So one eye here. But anyway, this is safe. White tried to go inside too deep. Black can just separate here. Hane and block. Atari connect, push, pull back, push again, now block, Keima connect, and there is nothing to do on the left side. Oh, besides, there's a problem. Black and Atari here, and Atari again. So this Hane would be a much bigger win. Push, block, white needs to come back and protect, and then black can block here. So F14 dies inside without compensation. Like that, white managed to damage more. So now here is the tough part. Normally, there's a co-fight in the corner starting from B1. Now when B1, white of course will take the co, then black plays the co threat, white blocks, black takes back. White takes again, and black needs to throw in again. White will take the co, now you need a co threat, this will happen, take back the co. Now if white connects, black captures everything, so white needs to take this guy, then black can go down, white needs to of course take the co again, then Atari capture, take back the co, and white needs to protect here. And on this Atari, white has to take back the co, and there are no more co threats, or well, not that big. So right now, actually there is a co threat, push here, take back the co. If white connects, black cuts and goes for killing everything, and if white connects here, black captures 4 stones and the group will leave. So that's the way to live in a co, but it's a long shot. If just Atari, white connects, now Hane block connect, and white shouldn't take the co anymore. White should just, let's see, not even here. The group is dead already. So white can play away. And if black tries to leave with this move, white takes away the eye. If throw in, oh my bad, sorry. If throw in and this, it's still a co. Because of Atari from the outside. Okay, so white can prevent this co. But there is no eye around d5 and e6. So actually, white can throw in. So now that's it. If black captures, the group dies in Gote. Because if d5, e6, if e6, d5, when cut, capture, Atari connect, when throw in, take, when approach from the outside, connect, when Atari connect again. So there is only one eye and 2 false eyes. Black was dead here. And now all of a sudden, from a very good game black had most of the time, white can turn it around. But white took the co, black plays a co threat, then another kind of co threat, and here white missed. White had to connect solid. When black goes back, no matter how, white kills and then connects. So the group is again fine. I mean dead, so white wins the game. But here white had to connect and black made the second eye. Atari just connect, very good, and black doesn't need this move. Now the stone is captured anyway, so black can play away. If white plays Atari a4, black will capture. If b5, black will capture. If Atari here, black takes, and if white goes down, black doesn't do anything. So wait for this Atari to make the eye. So playing b5 is just like pass. But I understand the feeling being so much ahead. Here is good to play with fighting spirit and kill more. Just like that. No way for white to make 2 eyes. Nothing works. Just 1 eye, and also that 1 eye it's in co. Yeah, push and cut is good. So actually white has to play here and then cut the top stone. But with the Atari on the outside, black just capture more. So like this, and still not enough room in the corner. Good, Testuji in the 2-2 point. And actually it's okay to connect under. The group is dead. Even if throw in, and this one, and Atari. When white pushes, black blocks on the cut, either capture the top or Atari and Atari. So it's pretty much finished. That's a dead situation. Oh, like this it can. Oh wow, no. It doesn't leave because buck, buck, buck. Uh-huh. Like this is alive. How come he died? Oh, now he's alive. He can take the stone or take this. Oops. Huh. So let's go back to this. Hane was wrong. Should play in the corner and connect. And another way to kill this group is to play Hane from the top. Then hit the vital point. Then another Hane, then push. Oh, that's nice. Black can play Atari, and if white connects, black kills everything. What a lucky strike. White should connect here, give up 4 stones, and take the top stone. Probably white is still losing, because the top group is quite large. But losing like, I mean, the top left corner was too big to lose, so white can just resign. Nothing to do in the middle. Black has many liberties. So well done after all. It's a kill, it's a kill. And it's pretty big, but lots of tactics would have gone better, both for white and black. And of course, white could kill this lower left corner. And so, gotta pay attention in local fights even more. Enjoy the review and see you soon.